Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody today? Yay, it's Sunday, May 19th, 2024, and I've got a little surprise for you guys today. This is Harmony Stamps with Michelle, and I'm Michelle Barnes. I am coming to you from Pueblo, Colorado, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. The cards before you here are the May Make and Takes, the free with purchase class. I've already done the video, but if you would like to get the supplies to make two each of these three cards, then all you need to do is make a $35 purchase or more using the host code right here on your screen or down below in the description. Make that $35 purchase before shipping and taxes, and then make sure I'm able to see how to mail that stuff to you by making sure I'm able to contact you. And then, I will get those out to you. And what that includes is a PDF tutorial with all the cutting instructions. And also, I will be doing all of the die cutting. You'll have the paper to make two each of the cards. You'll have the embellishments, enough embellishments to make two each of these cards. And of course, I will do the die cutting. So like for this one, I will simply die cut the piece and you will need to do your own stamping. I can't do the stamping for you on these kits, so you'll need your own inks, your own stamps, and your own adhesive to put these cards together. Now, if you don't have the stamp set, don't plan on getting this stamp set, then obviously you can use other sentiments and decorative things that you feel would match well with these items with those as well. And yeah, so this is the Lily Pond Lane Suite, and it is it is the make and takes for the rest of May. All right. Do want to remind everybody that we do have our join special going on for the entire month of May, and that beefs up our normal kit, which is $99 plus taxes, and those $99 basically gets you $125 in product to choose from. And also you'll get some business supplies, including catalogs. But during the month of May, if you choose to join during the month of May, you also get this $82 in color value package, which is the entire brand new in color stamping pad bundle. So all 5 full-size ink pads, the package of the new in color designer series paper, and that's 48 sheets at 6x6, and the new in color variety pack of cardstock, 8.5 by 11, and the entire new in color stamp and write marker collection. It's an $82 value added on to the $125 in product you get to choose in your kit for $99. I mean, that's less than 50% that you're paying for all of this product. So it's a no-brainer in my book, even if all you want is that personal discount, even if all you ever do is get this specific item. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull that off. If you have any questions, please go ahead and, reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have and help you build the perfect kit for you if that's something you're wanting to do. All right. Now I have to do one more thing. We are going to be looking at the Nests of Winter suite, which has got quite a bit of things in it. And we're going to look at all of it a bit in depth. I might go ahead and make a card. We'll have to see, because I don't have one planned, but that doesn't mean we can't make one. I need to put this other page in here. All right, so it comes with 12 by 12 paper, which is a very pretty paper. So there are 6 sheets, so 6 double-sided designs, so 12 designs to each of those on 12 by 12. The colors are basic black, blueberry bushel, cherry cobbler, coastal cabana, copper clay, crumb cake, daffodil delight, garden green, granny apple green, gray granite, night of navy, pumpkin pie, real red, and shaded spruce. Now, you can't get these products until September if you're a customer. However, you can get them in July excuse me, August if you are a demonstrator. But I just want to show you something that's up and coming because I mean that's one of the things I really love is being able to access some of these items before they're out there for everybody. And look at all these birds. My sister, who is a birder, says these are more European birds, so not a true cardinal, because I guess cardinals aren't over in Europe or something. I don't know. I'm not a birder. I just sound like one sometimes on TV. But you have lots of different birds on here that are kind of fun, and they're on pine boughs with little berries on them. And on the back, we have this beautiful field of green and bubbles and things like that. And then we have this nice, that's a gray granite shading on the background with different birds in flight and on sprigs. There's pine cones and lots of fun with this one. And then we have our garden green and stripes. This one, the dies will cut out both this image and this image. So you can just entirely do dies with this for cutting. I think the Stampin' Cup might be able to manage it. I'll have to give it a try. I have not thought about trying that yet because I really haven't had a chance to play with this until like right before I went live. Oh, and look at this diamond pattern on the back with dots in the center. Those are pretty. And then here we have a field of birch trees with a variety of birds hanging out on different branches. That's definitely, I think that'll make some nice backgrounds for cards. And then, of course, we have just birds hanging out on these dried flower things. That's what it looks like to me. All right. And then we have birds in flight. This is a perfect, you get 6 cards out of this one sheet of paper and a variety of looks for those cards. And that, if we're going to do a card today, is probably going to use this sheet. So I would cut it 4 by 4 by 4, and then 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, leaving a 1.5 inch strip in the middle. And I would probably have that whole bit just this instead of, well, in any case, yeah, you could, if you didn't want as much of the lower part, cut that, but I wouldn't do that personally. And then on the back, we have just a very neutral looking, we've got like cloud waves and little like seeds in the air, stuff like that. And then we have these branches with buds of some kind on them. And then on the back is just your basic birch bark. All right. Set that there for the moment. And of course, it does come with a bundle, the Winterly Treetops, which has, again, that same image that the dies cut out in the paper. You can stamp and color those. It has this bow swag, and then we have that same branch with the blossoms on it that you can stamp and die cut. Sending thanks and much more. Thinking of you always, and a friend like you brings me happiness are the stamps. The dies, again, you have all of the stamped images have a corresponding die that can cut them out. Plus you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 additional dies that just do detail. And I'm going to open this up so you can see what those are going to look like. So here is this big one, and what I've seen them do on the card that they're showing for the suite is they had done one in probably shaded spruce, but definitely, a Christmassy green, and then they did one in maybe basic beige or crumb cake, and they rotated it and put it over the top, and that created a nice effect as well. But additionally, again, we have these pine boughs, and then here's the bud. This was the one that cut this, and then there's this branch, which I could have done in brown, but I had green at the time. And in fact, this is the inside of this, and that's where I cut the additional pieces from. And I think, covering up this very center part is also going to be a nice potential element to a card. I did cut these two items from that designer series paper just to show you that they will cut very nicely from that designer series paper. This is actually the edge piece, so it cuts off just a teeny bit of that. But if you line that up with the edge of your matte layer, nobody's going to know the difference, and every other part of this image is there. So don't forget to use your edge pieces. And then this one was the first full-size bird on the other side of this. And then I stamped these two images and die cut them for you. And that's how the die cuts work. And then we have this, and another one of those really big, those 6 by 8.5 embossing folders. This is a 3D embossing folder of birch wood, and we definitely needed some wood texture back in our catalog. So I was very happy to have this. And so this is the embossed side. Oops, there we go. And look how beautiful that is. And I might go over that with blending brushes and maybe the basic gray or crumb cake or something. But this is the deboss side, which is also quite lovely. And I did this on the basic beige cardstock. So that is that. And then, of course, this suite comes with two embellishments. These are the Earth Tones Shimmer Gems, and they are copper clay, very vanilla. Well, this is more crumb cake to me. So their order of what they said. So copper clay, crumb cake, garden green, and berry vanilla are the colors on these gems. There are 200 different gems. Each color has a larger and a smaller piece. And so that's going to be fun to play with too. And then we have these natural tones linen thread in copper clay, garden green, and night of navy. So just like any, kind of linen thread, it is going to be very nice as far as tying for bows and other things, and drape quite nicely as well. All right, so we are going to stamp our images first. And since I did this one in shaded spruce and it's still got shaded spruce on it, I'm just gonna dip it back in it. But I would probably do this in Memento Black and color in if I were putting this on a card. So there is that. I'm going to put this away because the rest should not be in garden green for sure. All right. And then I have our lovely birds. And again, with this being a larger stamp, and these are obviously cling stamps, I'm bringing the ink pad to the stamp instead of the other way around. I mean, especially with Memento, this is the best way to ink up these larger stamps. And when I feel like I have enough on it, then I'm just going to drop it down, make sure I'm in the right direction, and I am. And we'll just lay that right there. Oof, look at that. That's going to be fun. I think this is too big for that space, and it is. So we'll put it down here. And I'm just inking again up with that tuxedo black. Yes. Put that right there. Nice. And then we have, oops, before we get to that, let's do our branch with buds. Fit right there. Nice. All right. Now let's do this large sentiment, which says, "A friend like you brings me happiness." All right. Make sure I'm in the right direction. I did pre-put my sticker on, so you didn't have to watch me do that. If you are curious about how I put my stickers on, I've showed it in some of the videos recently. I do try and show it at least once when I'm doing major bits of new product. All right, will this fit? That'll fit there. And that will fit. Yeah, okay. Thinking of you always is the next sentiment. Put it up here. Actually, it'll fit there. nice. It prints quite nicely, or inks and stamps quite nicely. Which is one of the best things about the cling stamps, obviously, is when you're dealing with a lot of detail, they're able to reproduce that detail very well. All right. Sending thanks and much love. So let's go ahead and play a little bit. Let me grab my trimmer and let's see. I think I want to get that one sheet of paper we talked about. This one right here. And I'm just going to, again, just do 4 by 4 by 4, which to me is the best way to use this specific sheet of paper. Probably would have been a little bit easier to do the long ways first, but oops, oh well. So 2 sheets will easily go through with the trimmer for designer series paper. There we go. And get it lined up, and then we're going to go to 5 1/4 right there, and 5 1/4 the other way. So if you were wanting to do something with a belly band, I would have definitely done this cut first with the paper hole, but in the meantime, I have this little extra accent that I can use. And then let's go ahead and cut these to 5 1/4. Which is, of course, the perfect matte layer for an A2 card. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to want to put more of, let me bring out my cut and emboss machine, and I want more of those birds for my thing. So I can easily get 3 of these birds, but I'm not going to waste your time doing too many of them. So let's go ahead and start with this one right here. Just going to line it up, make sure I get it good. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I don't even want to do that. Oh well, we got it cut, so we'll at least have it cut. But as you can see, that comes out very nicely. Yep, changed my mind about that. Let's put this away for now. And I think I'm going to go with basic beige, assuming I can find it at my fingertips easily. Which, not happening. Oh, no, that's not it either. Okay, so we're not going to go with basic beige. Whoopsie, making crashing noises. Well, let's check out our pre-cut card bases. Let's see what we might want to go with. I'm sure crumb cake would look good. Oh yeah, that does look good. But I think for that I'm also going to want, if I have one accessible, an early espresso matte layer. Those are ink colors. Those are retired ink colors. Grays. Ooh, actually, let's do Blackberry Bliss. All right, I do need to trim this down a bit, so I'm going to want it to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Just like so. And then I have to decide which one do I want on this card. I'm definitely liking this one. Got 3 birds. This one has 2 birds. And then this one has 4 birds. I think I'm going to go with the first one. I really like it. So we're going to put that on there. Let's get our Stampin' Seal out. And place that just so. Then I think I'm going to want my linen thread. There's a lot of earth tones already, so I think I'm going to go with the copper clay. And let me think. Yeah, I like to kind of straighten out the thread a little bit so that I'm not dealing with the extra curlies. All right. So if I were to do that, I think I would want a little bit higher. Do it there, and then we're going to need something for our sentiment piece. So let's pull out some of my pre-cut sentiments. Need something big enough for that. That is definitely big enough for that, but not in that direction. It's not. Oh, well, maybe not. One moment. Yeah, that's going to go into the stitching on the sides. All right. I'll put that one away for the moment. That one's definitely feeling. That would work. Okay. And that's from the autumn leaves dies. So let's go ahead and get that stamped back and get our tuxedo black ink. Actually, I'm going to grab my Blackberry Bliss. I think I can find it. Yep. Right there. We're going to do Blackberry Bliss. Stamping it down. Pretty, pretty. And then I want to edge it. So I'm going to dip it into my stamp pad on all of the edges just to bring a little bit of the illusion that I have layered it with other paper. Nice. You could also just use your Stampin' Write markers or your blends on the outside edge as well for that same kind of effect. All right, so I'm going to put that there, and I think I'm going to do a double wrap of the twine. Yeah, maybe I'm going to do a triple wrap. Let's see. How do we look? All right, I like that, and I can definitely do a bow for that. So cut that. Bring those a little closer together. There we go. And tie a bit of a bow. Sorry. Just like so. Pull that down a bit. Where'd my other end go? Oh, it's barely there. Okay. All right, so cut that end. And then I think I'm going to do I want this to the side more, so I'm going to put it through like that. There we go. Bring our little, I think I'm going to glue dot that down as well. I'm just going to kind of roll up a glue dot on my fingers and place it on the back of that bow and just kind of press it down where I want it to stay on the cards. I'm going to grab some of these mini dimensionals. Where's my full dimensionals? I should have full ones. Put the ink away so I don't end up having catastrophe. We don't like catastrophe. All right, minis it is. And I'm just going to do a few. And one down the center. Take the backings off of those. And then we'll do sending thanks right there. And then we will put some seal on the back of this and place it on our crumb cake. Make sure we have our opening correct. And we do. Get it nice and evenly spaced on 3 sides, and that will make it much easier for lineup on that 3rd side. And I'm just barely setting it down until I'm sure of what I like, and I don't like that, so we're going to easily, carefully lift it back off. I'm going to try it this way and see if I can't make it work better this way. There we go. Up and down, side to side. Yes, that I'm happy with. And so let's go ahead and see about the gems. Get our take your pick tool out. What gems would I want? So I've got copper clay, which actually is blending very nicely with the blackberry bliss. I think they're playing well together, and we've got our 3 birds hanging out. I'm going to do the vanilla. I want to lighten the scene up just a little bit, I think. And so I do this down here by this bird and maybe do another one right there. And then I'll do another small one up here. There we go. And then we'll need to want to do something on the interior. So what do we want on the interior? Thinking of you always. I'm going to do that also in Blackberry Bliss for the interior. Just thinking of you always, just like so. Yes. And maybe, where is that? There it is. Okay. Where did I put? There's the tuxedo. Let's get that. I think I'm going to put these like right there and there. And I'm going to get my early espresso blends. I'm going to find them. Oh, that's right. We don't have blends. All right. So I'm going to, early espresso is not blends. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Up marker and add in just some color here on the branches to give us that branchy look. I am using the bullet tip because this is a very fine detail here. I don't want to overstate. Just coming in with it just like that. All right. And let's see, I could do some of this over the top, but I'm not going to. I would want to stamp that higher. So we're just going to put it on the inside of our card. Lining it up again on the 3 sides until I'm happy with it. set it down, double check. When I'm sure, press it in. And so there is a card that we made using the Nests of Winter Suite collection that will be available to demos in August. So that would be a great opportunity for becoming a demo. And then you'll be able to do the pre-order on this, as well as the pre-order on our online exclusives that starts next month. But it'll be available to customers on in September, early September. And it is beautiful paper. I'm definitely looking forward to doing more playing with this set. And this is absolutely going to be a perfect use of this sheet of that paper. Oh, let's look at the other side too. Because actually, either side would be fun for just an extra background, because this I pulled from the center of that. All right. Well, hopefully you have enjoyed the video today. Once again, this is how the images stamp, and this is the die cuts that go with it. And these die cuts were done from the designer series paper. Here's another one that I did with you on camera. I'll just place that there for now. And this was the interior of that, which I also used to cut these 4 items. So I could have another square covering this up and still have that look and feel of the pine leaves or the pine boughs. It'll just be, slightly different. So I'm probably going to end up using that on a card at some point. Well, let me know what you think, and if this is something you're going to want, because I definitely want more of this, that's for sure. All right, let's look once again at our May Make and Takes. And here we are. Using the Lily Pond Lane set, if you want the Make and Takes for this, all you need to do is make a $35 or more purchase using the host code in the description below. And then make sure I can see how to contact you so that I can mail them to you. You'll get a free PDF tutorial with all of the cutting instructions and measurements you'd need to recreate these on your own. You'll also get the paper embellishments, enough embellishments to make 2 each of these 3 cards. And any of the die cuts I'll have pre-die cut for you. You'll need your own ink, your own stamps, your own adhesive to put them together, but the rest of it comes to you. If your order happens to be $50 or more, and again, you're using that host code, I will also include a full-size embellishment with it in your Make and Takes. If it's going to be above 150 and you are not wanting to join, even though I would highly recommend you do if you're going to be spending that much, then don't use the host code. Just make sure that you're shopping with me and Michelle Barnes out of Pueblo, Colorado. I'm Harmony Stamps through Facebook. Not Facebook, excuse me, Stampin' Up. Duh. Okay. And then don't use the host code, because then you will be eligible to get your own host rewards at $150 before shipping and taxes. All right. Hopefully you have an amazing rest of your Sunday. And I will be back on Wednesday, probably with this month's paper pumpkin. This has been Harmony Stamps with Michelle. I'm Michelle Barnes, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator coming to you from Pueblo, Colorado. Have a great day.